6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Malaysian Prime Minister arrives in Islamabad tonight on a 3-day visit. The Finance Minister has emphasized on structural reforms to ensure permanence in macroeconomic stability. The government has approved an action plan to ensure foolproof security for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Heads of Government meeting. The Punjab Chief Minister launched Apni Chhat Apna Ghar scheme in Lahore today. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has criticised India's militaristic approach to the Kashmir dispute, terming it unrealistic. The English cricket team is in Pakistan to play a 3-match test series starting from Monday next. And now the news in detail. The Malaysian Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim is arriving in Islamabad tonight on a 3-day visit. He will be accompanied by a high-level delegation comprising ministers, deputy ministers and senior officials. During the visit, he will hold meetings with the Pakistani leadership. The two sides will discuss a wide-ranging agenda to further strengthen Pakistan-Malaysia ties in diverse fields, including trade, connectivity, energy, agriculture, halal industry, tourism, cultural exchanges, and people-to-people contacts. They will also discuss regional and global developments. This visit provides an opportunity to further strengthen relations between the two brotherly countries. The Foreign Minister of Malaysia, Haji Muhammad bin Haji Hassan, arrived at the Foreign Office in Islamabad today for talks with the Deputy Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister, Muhammad Ishaq Dar. On arrival, Ishaq Dar received the Malaysian Foreign Minister. They discussed areas of bilateral cooperation between Pakistan and Malaysia and preparations for the visit of the Malaysian Prime Minister to Pakistan. Islamic scholar Dr. Zakir Naik called on the Prime Minister Muhammad Shahbaz Sharif in Islamabad today. Welcoming Dr. Zakir Naik, the Prime Minister said the entire Ummah is proud of him for introducing the true image of Islam to the world. Shahbaz Sharif said he listens to his lectures with great interest, which are very enlightening and impactful. He said Islam is a religion of peace, and Dr. Zakir Naik is doing an important duty by spreading the true message of Islam amongst the people. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Zakir Naik said Pakistan is the only country in the world that was created in the name of Islam. Dr. Zakir Naik apprised the Prime Minister of his program of delivering lectures in Karachi, Lahore and Islamabad. The Prime Minister expressed his best wishes for Dr. Zakir Naik. Pakistan and Denmark have signed a memorandum of understanding for cooperation in the maritime sector. The Minister for Maritime Affairs, Qasir Ahmad Sheikh, signed the MOU on behalf of the government of Pakistan. Under the MOU, Danish shipping company Maersk will invest about $2 billion in Pakistan's maritime sector. The Finance Minister, Mohammad Aurangzeb, has emphasized the need for structural reforms to ensure permanence in macroeconomic stability. Addressing the launching ceremony of Pakistan Economy Dashboard in Islamabad today, he said decline in inflation has surpassed all expectations, hoping it will continue to buttress the economy. He expressed confidence that reduction in inflation will take the country from stabilization to a growth path. As regards the economy dashboard, the Finance Minister said this will promote transparency and a fact-based approach. He expressed confidence that it will significantly enhance the economic landscape and improve the quality of discussions with the stakeholders. A meeting chaired by the Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi in Islamabad today approved an action plan to ensure foolproof security for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Heads of Government meeting. Speaking on the occasion, the Interior Minister said additional personnel of the Pakistan Army, Rangers, FC and the Punjab Police will be deployed to ensure foolproof security during the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting. He said holding of SCO meeting in Pakistan is of great importance and an honor for the country. He said several heads of government are participating in the moot. The Punjab Chief Minister Mariam Nawaz launched Apni Chhat Apna Ghar scheme in Lahore today, addressing the check distribution ceremony along with Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz President Mohammad Nawaz Sharif in Lahore today. Mariam Nawaz said 700 billion rupees have been allocated for the scheme, which will be disbursed in 5 years. She said interest-free loans up to 1.5 million rupees per person will be provided under the scheme. She appreciated the vision of Nawaz Sharif for public service. Mariam Nawaz said Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif is working tirelessly to serve the public and prices of daily use items are continuously declining. This is Radio Pakistan. The Asian Development Bank has approved $320 million for the rehabilitation of roads in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province through facilitation of the Special Investment Facilitation Council. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Rural Roads Development Project will upgrade about 900 kilometers of flood-affected rural roads in the province through these funds. Security forces have killed 6 terrorists belonging to the banned Balochistan Liberation Army in an operation in Harnai area of Balochistan. These terrorists were involved in direct attacks on security forces and innocent people. Defense experts have declared the death of these terrorists as a big blow to the banned BLA. Meanwhile, the Federal Minister for Interior, Mohsin Naqvi, has appreciated the security forces for the successful intelligence-based operation against the banned Balochistan Liberation Army in Harnai. He lauded the forces' timely action and saluted their bravery. He said, "The nation takes pride in the professional capabilities of the security forces." The Interior Minister reassured that the entire nation was standing with the security forces in crushing terrorism and would go to great lengths to establish peace in Balochistan. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has criticized India's militaristic approach to the Kashmir dispute, terming it unrealistic and arrogant. In a message from New Delhi's Tihar jail, illegally detained All Parties Hurriyat Conference Chairman Musarrat Alam Bhatt has urged the world to address the dire human rights situation in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. He warned that ignoring Kashmiri's demand for inalienable right to self-determination will have drastic consequences for the South Asian region and the world at large. Musarrat Alam Bhatt rejected India's claims of normalcy, highlighting the worsening situation under military siege, including the ongoing violence, killings, torture, arrest, and humiliation. He called on the United Nations Secretary General to address the Indian atrocities and facilitate a resolution aligned with the United Nations resolutions to prevent further loss of life and properties. Meanwhile, today's International Day of Non-Violence rings hollow for Kashmiris as they continue to endure violence and human rights abuses at the hands of the Indian government in occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The staggering number of 96,364 Kashmiris killed since January 1989 is a grim reminder of the ongoing genocide, crimes against humanity, and war crimes committed in the region. 51 Palestinians were martyred in Israeli attacks in southern Gaza during the last 24 hours. Gaza's health ministry said Israeli forces targeted shelter homes, schools, and an orphanage. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has denounced escalation of tensions in the Middle East, especially between Iran and Israel. On the social media platform X, he urged for immediate ceasefire and de-escalation of tensions in the region. The United Nations chief said sovereignty and territorial integrity of Lebanon must be respected. He stressed that civilians must be protected along with their infrastructure under the international law. The English cricket team has arrived in Pakistan to play a 3-match test series. The team led by all-rounder Ben Stokes will start practice from Friday after resting for 2 days. The first test match between Pakistan and England will begin at the Multan Cricket Stadium on Monday. And finally, the weather report. Hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours, while gusty and dust-raising winds are expected in southern parts of the country. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.